Shalom and welcome to our Trippy Food Hanukkah Special. Today we're going to make a Hanukkah favorite. We're going to try to make a Hanukkah favorite. We're going to make latkes. We're going to give it a little bit of an interesting twist, and I hope that I do justice to the master, Larry Novak, who I can't say taught me how to make them, but I kind of watched him make them. Hopefully I do him justice. So we're going to get started and we'll review our ingredients. You always have to have the right tools for the right job. I'm going to start with the potatoes. So we have Russell Burbank potatoes, nice and firm. There's a debate on whether you should cook them a little bit before you use them or cook them a lot before you use them, bake them. I don't know, maybe we'll try a little of both, kind of heat them up, cook them a little bit and see what that does. In addition to the Burbank potatoes, I got some red potatoes and I got those just for color, just to see what happened. I wanted some purple potatoes, but they didn't have any, so we're gonna stuck with the kind of red potatoes. We have our matzo meal, of course. And what we fry it in makes a difference. Typically we would use schmaltz, but we can't find it. All the schmaltz stores were closed. So we're going to use olive oil, and we're going to do that because we want to be traditional. So legend has it that olive oil was the oil that was in the lamp in the temple that kept lit for 8 days. And so we're going to use olive oil. Now, it is Italian olive oil, but you know, that's okay. I'm part Italian, so it's all good. And then we have our matzo meal. Sea salt, black pepper, onion. The recipe calls for about 1/3 onion to potatoes. We're going to go a little bit lighter on that. I just don't want it to be too onion heavy. And then we need egg. We need egg to kind of mush that all together. And so I have something very special here. And instead of a chicken egg, we have a emu egg. And we got this beauty from our friends at Exotic Meat Market. This is a freshly laid emu egg. And we're going to use this for our egg for our holiday latkes. So we have our ingredients. I guess we should get started. All right. It's time to get this party started. So we're going to start with our potatoes. Why not? I half baked them. So I did them in the oven about half as long as you would fully bake a potato, and I figured that should be good enough. So I got one of the russets and two of the reds. Hot. And I left the skin on. I'm going to leave the skin on. I figure it's going to add more flavor to it. And we'll see how that goes. We're going to fry it anyway, so it's not going to be like tough and chewy or anything like that. So well, let's get started. We'll start grating the potatoes. I think today we're going to make a small batch, so that'd be like, I don't know, about 80 latkes. Well, at least I think that's what it's going to be. And so now here's the fun part. The fun part is the onion and kind of judging how much to use. I'm going to maybe 1/4 of a quarter. Let's see how that looks with the potatoes. What I didn't realize is how much of a sticky mess these potatoes are, and I think it's because we cooked them. So they became a lot stickier. I think maybe if we had left them raw, they would have shredded better. But then they might have cooked all the way through. So let's go ahead and grate some onion. I think it's probably enough. Okay, let's add in our matzo meal. And I don't know how much to put in. I imagine learning to cook from a Jewish mother is much like learning how to cook from an Italian mother. It's kind of, how much do you put in there? You know, this much. How much? This much. What's the matter with you? Not you watching or something? So let's, I don't know, that much? That's about right. Some black pepper. Some salt. The matzo is what binds it together. I have to make sure there's enough in there, but I don't really want to use too much. And don't use breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs don't work as well. Matzo is unleavened, so it absorbs the moisture and it sticks better. I think I might need a little bit more. Man, those onions are killing me. I'm crying, but maybe it's the guilt, I don't know. Okay, now the emu thing, I really didn't think this through too much. I don't know, from a visual, that looks like about 4 eggs. And I'm thinking with that much potato, I only need about 2, maybe at the most. So I'll just crack this open and see what's inside it. And you know, don't have to use the whole thing, but I'm certainly gonna make some scrambled eggs or something else from what's left of it, because how often do you get a chance to try actual emu egg? Now, this was a freshly laid egg. I don't know if it's fertilized or not. So there's a very good chance that this could end up being emu balut. And if it is, we're just gonna go with it. Wow, that's just, wow, that is crazy. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at that. That's the biggest yolk I ever saw in my life. That's a beautiful egg. Man, have a look at that. That's huge. All right, here we go. So here we go with what could be a first emu egg latke. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to start with that. Kind of like meatloaf with a beautiful color. I don't know if this is the right way to make latkes. Larry, leave me a message. Let me know. Wish you were here. I wasn't joking when I said I was going to make small batch, but what I meant was I'm going to make a few at a time. I'm going to make one at a time. And the reason is because this is the first time I've tried doing this, and I don't want to burn them, or I don't want to mess them up, and so I'll do them one at a time, and that way, you know, if I mess the first couple up, I'm okay. So got about maybe about a ½ inch of oil in there. Again, I'm using olive oil. Hopefully it doesn't smoke too much, and we'll wait till that gets nice and hot. We drop a little bit in there, it starts to bubble up, then I think we're good. Now, there's a lot of moisture in the latke mix, so hopefully it doesn't start spurting all over the place. So let's put one of these in. We'll know one side's getting done when we start to see it turning brown around the edges. Then we'll flip it over. Let that part brown. Try not to burn it. Okay, that one fell apart a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it by hand. I'm going to pack it a little bit tighter. And hopefully we won't have that problem on the second one. Let's try that. By George, I think we've got it. Okay, that one came out good. So I'm going to do the rest by hand, make a few more of these, and then we'll sit down, then we feast. Well, all right. It looks like we made latkes successfully without burning the house down, so it's going to be a good Hanukkah. All right, let's go ahead and try these. They look good, nice and golden brown. I kind of wanted that bird's nest look, you know, with the potatoes coming out, but that's okay. We'll just see how they taste. And I did scramble and fry up the rest of the emu. I'm going to try that. So let's go ahead and give one of these guys a try. Once I figured out how to get them to stay together, we were rolling. So let's do a little bit of applesauce, a little bit of sour cream, still nice and mushy inside. Wow, that was really good. I'm kind of proud of myself here. Something I never made before, but gave it a try and it came out pretty good. They're crispy on the outside, golden brown, hot, still tender on the inside, almost creamy. Those are really good. Let's try the emu egg. I don't know if you would serve scrambled eggs with latke, but hey, I wasn't going to let a good emu egg go to waste. Now I'm thinking about the emu egg, just looks-wise. Very, very big yolk, and the yolk was very dense and very creamy, more so than a chicken egg. It also had a really strong egg smell. It's really light and fluffy. Maybe because it's mostly yolk, I'm not sure. But that's a good egg. So this will be a fine dinner or a fine breakfast for you to have on Hanukkah. Give it a try. Try it with or without the emu egg. And see what you come up with. But either way, Mazel Tov. Have a great Hanukkah. Have a wonderful holiday season. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.